They're loud. Loud, loud. Hey, what's up guys? Appreciate you clicking on the video. These are called the Swhacker Razor 252s, and they're essentially a fixed blade Swhacker. One of my buddies, Juan, that I hunt with a lot, when we did our velvet hunt, I noticed he had these. I've seen them in 2 or 3 Walmarts, and I was there today picking up some expandable foam for my target. Decided to go ahead and pick up a pack just to test it out. These are 100 grains, and like I said, these are the Swhacker Razor 252s, made out of 420 stainless steel, 0.065 blade thickness, 59-degree blade pitch, includes a 0.875 by 1 bleeder blade. And that bleeder blade is kind of a single bevel bleeder blade. On the back, it basically says each broadhead is laser cut, individually ground, hand stropped, and it tells you which angle it wants the broadhead to be, basically which way it should be turned coming off the riser or the arrow rest. Made in the USA, baby. Actually, I already took these out. I know they're pretty sharp. Feels like they've been sitting in the package for a little bit. You know how you got a sharp blade that you can just kind of feel some corrosion on the end of it? That's kind of what the bleeder blades felt like. The main blades are, I'd say, about an 8 out of 10. They will cut you. If you look, this side right here has got the edge, but then on this side it doesn't have the edge. But if you look over here, same thing. As soon as I flip it over. So it's almost like a single bevel bleeder blade. Pretty cool broadhead, vented, a wide fixed blade. I like the design. The question on a broadhead like this, for me, how are these bleeder blades going to hold up? I mean, just a broadhead in general, is it gonna hold up when I shoot it into wood or metal simulating bone, or it going through the deer? I don't know. Since they're vented, they should fly well. One thing I like about these on the back here, there's like a rubber washer, and essentially what this is a way for the broadhead to be locked down on the arrow, and I like that, so that it's real snug and secure and it's not coming loose and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's get these put on arrow, weigh them, spin test them, make sure they're good there, and then we'll start slinging them and going through the testing course to see how they do. 106.0. Okay. 102-ish. 106. So that's a big difference, man. That's 4 grains. 102. 106. It's not like gonna really change your flight, maybe out to 80, 100 yards. It may change it a little bit, but even 25 grains is not going to change your flight very much at 40 yards, maybe an inch or so. But 4 grains, you know, 2 at 106, which they're supposed to be 100, and then 1 being at 102, 101.5 to 102, that's a 4 grain difference. That's kind of high, you know. Let's put them on an arrow and let's spin test them. That's pretty good, not gonna lie. Pretty solid there. Makes up for the weight discrepancy. Alright, here's the second one. Uh-oh, wait. That one's got a little wobble to it. Still okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just not spinning quite as good as the first one, but it's not bad. With this cheap arrow spinner, you gotta kind of be easy with it. Here's the last one. See, that one just feels, I mean, even when I was rough, that middle one there don't spin too good. So we'll go with this one. This is the one we'll test. All right, we're gonna get her on an arrow. Well, we'll just leave it on this arrow. We're gonna sling it out to 40. Here we go. They're loud. Loud. All right, and it definitely pulled right about, say about 3 inches from where I was aiming. Watch where I put this field point. I mean, it's not terrible out to 40 yards. We go for 4 inches, you know, a little over 4 inches. That's still, in my opinion, I want it about right here maximum. You know, right at the 3.5 inch mark. I don't want it, you know, that's, in my opinion, that's too much. So let's see how she did. So I was aiming like right here. So it shot high, obviously, because we were only like 10 yards, but just within 10 yards, it moved like an inch. All right, so let's take a look. Sorry guys, it is so humid out here. You can't even hardly see in this thing. So humid. Very similar to a kudu point. That's what this wound channel looks like, except this one does not turn at all. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Did it turn because of those bleeder blades? It does not at all. So it's just a standard straight shot with bleeder blades. It's a nasty wound channel. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not, you know, that's pretty nasty. It's not bad at all. All right. 10 inches. So decent. Okay. Pretty nice. That did well. Look at that one. Right here. Goodness. Here's the exit. Phew. No chatter. I mean, it's literally still razor sharp. No dings. Let's see how it holds up during metal, but that's very good durability. Better than I expected through the wood, to be completely honest with you. I thought it was going to be chattered even through the wood. Not too bad. Let's see if we got the markings we would think. Yep. There's the bleeders. See if we got them on this side. Definitely. Okay, how did it do through metal? Let's take a look. Wow. Very, very, very impressive. I mean, these blades here are still sharp. I mean, there's not even a little bit of chatter on this thing. I mean, look at that. Maybe there's a little bit right here on the bleeder. That's pretty solid, man. Gotta give it that. That's very, very good for a $32 head or whatever. So, the Swhacker razor fixed blade that you can buy in Walmart. So initially when I shot it, this thing wanted to pull right pretty good. So, I mean, we are shooting out to 40, I do get that. And when I was shooting closer, it did seem to be a little better. But it was really, really pulling right. I would have to say more than most of the broadheads I've shot. I would have to say if you're going to shoot this, you're going to really need to be willing to get in the backyard and get this thing, you know, set up to your specs. It has information on the back exactly how they want it when it's coming off your riser or your arrow rest. They want it sitting canted, essentially, coming off your arrow rest from what I read on the back. And I tried to make sure that's what was happening. There's a little rubber band here, so you really got to crank this thing down. It's very loud. It is the loudest broadhead I've shot. There's no doubt about it. Wound channel, pretty meh. You know, I mean, it was okay. I know it's real humid out here. You couldn't even see in that thing. I didn't have time to get the heat gun out and clear that off, but we got what we needed. It penetrated 10 inches, you know, and the wound channel was just, it was all right. It's like a kudu point or a FJ2 single bevel that doesn't rotate, essentially. That's the whole reason I wanted to get this thing to begin with, is to see if maybe it'd be even better than those broadheads since it was vented, you know, but the vented part of it made it loud and it still wanted to steer right. I don't know. As far as the deflection, did very well, went right through it like it was nothing, got it out, looked at it, still looked brand new. And I thought that when we shot it through the metal, to be completely honest with you, we were gonna pull it out and it was gonna be completely chattered up, like bad. It wasn't. This thing, I mean, honestly, I would take this out if it was, and shoot it tomorrow at an animal and feel great about it. There's not even a nick on this thing. We've shot a lot of broadheads through that bucket there and another one that we got. So I know how it can do a broadhead, even some of the real expensive ones. It's very, I think there's only a couple more maybe that have done even close to this. I have to say, I think this might be one, the FJ2 and the Chinese FJ2, they came out like this. But other than that, maybe the Tooth of the Arrow too. But I mean, we've shot a lot through that thing. And I think the Grim Reaper even came out like this, but not much. We've shot close to 20 broadheads. Only 3 or 4 have done good like this. So Props on this Swhacker as far as durability goes. If you're shooting this and it's flying straight for you, seems like it'll be fine. It's the only thing is it's very loud. If this was informative, it helps you make your decision on whether you're going to purchase this broadhead, please subscribe. Really appreciate it. As always, God bless you guys. Till next time.